Hello everyone, welcome to Conf42 DevSecOps 2022. We are thrilled to have you all watching the content prepared for you by tech speakers from all around the world. Before we go any further, we'd like to invite you to our Discord server, where you can meet speakers, other attendees, and our dear partners and sponsors. This event was made possible by Cloudsmith, the Diamond sponsor, MuleSoft, and Teleport, Platinum sponsors, SonarSource, the video sponsor, CrowdStrike, GitLab, and OpenRaven, Gold sponsors, Silver sponsors, Balsamic, the diversity sponsor, and media partners. For starters, let me introduce Ciara Carey, Developer Relations at Cloudsmith, in her opening keynote, making software bill of materials, SBOM, actionable.
Software supply chain attacks using software vulnerabilities like Log4Shell remain a key avenue of initial access for hacks. Software bill of materials, or SBOMs, are a standard that can help mitigate against this. What are they? How do I add them to my workflows? And what kind of open source tooling can help me host and analyze an SBOM? And finally, what's the future of SBOMs? So tune in to hear about all that. Thanks so much.
In the second keynote, join in and have a listen about sustainable API management, explained by Akshata Sawant, developer advocate at MuleSoft.
I'm currently working as a developer advocate at MuleSoft. I've been working on MuleSoft technology for over 5 years now, and I have been a MuleSoft ambassadress and also a global meetup leader. Apart from this, I've written a few technical blogs and I've been a global speaker. And I've recently published a book named as MuleSoft for Salesforce Developers, which is currently available on Amazon. You can also connect with me over LinkedIn and Twitter. And yeah, that's it. I also love traveling and photography.
In the third keynote, Kenneth DuMez, Developer Relations Engineer at Teleport, will show you how to say goodbye to manual Kubernetes user access onboarding.
Please come check out my talk, Saying Goodbye to Manual Kubernetes User Access Onboarding. It's going to be a great time. We're going to talk about all the pitfalls of Kubernetes access management and how much configuration goes into it and how much that is a bad thing. And if one little configuration file is messed up, you can have a pretty bad time. So we're going to talk all about how to prevent those mistakes and how to make it easy using products like open source Teleport. Thanks so much. Hope to see you soon.
The fourth keynote will be presented by Thomas Chauchefoin and Paul Gerste, vulnerability researchers at SonarSource. Oops, there's somebody in my package manager.
Hello, thank you for attending DevSecOps. As many developers, we are all using Package Manager to install, update, and maintain our software dependency for our projects. And at the same time, have you ever wondered of what would happen if somebody compromised the server, making the association between the name of the package and its location? That's exactly what Paul and I are going to show you. We have two real-world examples of vulnerability against two package managers of the PHP ecosystem, namely Composer and Peer. We're going to give you all the technical details behind these two vulnerabilities. We're going to show you video demonstration and also discuss how to reduce the impact and the risk of these attacks from happening again in the future. We'll be on Discord if you have any questions. See you there.
It's a log-it-log world. Crucial log management skills for DevSecOps is the fifth keynote by Arfan Sharif, lead technical marketing engineer at CrowdStrike.
I work for CrowdStrike as a technical marketing engineer, and I'll be speaking at Conf42 about DevSecOps and log management. I'd like to invite you to my talk, where I'll be covering how log management can benefit DevSecOps teams, and look forward to seeing you there.
In the sixth keynote, Stefania Chaplin, solutions architect at GitLab, will show you how to implement true DevSecOps with people, processes, and technologies.
I'm Stefania Chaplin. I'm a solutions architect. I've been in the DevSecOps space for a very long time. You can find me on my different handles or email. I used to be a Python developer. I'm part of OAuth DevSlop. When I'm not doing tech stuff, I quite like yoga, tropical plants, and I'm a big advocate for diversity in technology.
Staring into the data abyss, achieving a higher level of cloud security so you can sleep better, is the seventh keynote by Chris Weber, Engineer Director, IT and Operations at OpenRaven.
In the talk, we're going to go through things around data context and how you can think better about your environment. And not just that, but also a couple of places that you can start today that will provide for a more secure environment and a better night of sleep.
We start with the security track today. Tanya Janca, the founder and CEO of We Hack People, is here to address adding dust to CI/CD without any losing friends.
Hi, I'm going to talk to you about how to add a dynamic web app scanner into a CI/CD pipeline. And so sometimes people get a fancy tool, they put in the pipeline, and then it runs 6 or 8 hours, and no one's very impressed with them after. And so we're going to talk about how you can make the security testing tool go faster, be more accurate, be able to run it outside the pipeline and in so that you can get a complete picture, and all with lots of cat memes with lasers coming out of their eyes. I hope to see you soon.
Integrating cloud-native security into the SRE culture is the next talk by Anais Urlichs, developer advocate at Aqua Security.
I'm going to talk about what is the SRE culture, what is cloud-native security, what is the overlap between both, and ultimately some practical steps on how we can actually integrate security tools and workflows into our existing processes. Do come join me for my talk. I'm really excited to see you there. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.
Adrian Gonzalez, Principal Software Engineer Lead at Microsoft, is here to show you how to contain security in your containers.
Thank you for joining today's talk on containing security when working with containers. As part of my role, I am accountable for ensuring that security is part of my team's engineering fundamentals and incorporated as part of all outputs, whether it's working with a customer or working on a product.
Threat modeling in CI/CD environments is the next amazing session by Darren Richardson, Cloud Security Architect at EFICode.
I'm here to give you a brief introduction into the threat modeling process and how we may apply this to DevOps platforms. Also, we'll take a quick look at the Stride threat model and how it's changed, or in this case, hasn't changed over time.
Dewan Ahmed, Senior Developer Advocate at Avon, joins in to answer the following question. Who's managing the credential for your data infrastructure?
Quick question. Do you have the database password? It's still the same as last year, right? Got it. Hey, thanks for joining this session. Who's managing the credentials for your data infrastructure? In this talk, I'll cover the challenges of authentication, authorization, and auditing for your precious data infrastructure. I'll be using an open source secret management tool to show you how you can handle all these challenges. I'm super excited to virtually meet you all.
Stop committing your secrets. Git hooks to the rescue. Introducing Dwayne McDaniel, developer advocate at Git Guardian.
I'm very excited to be speaking at Conf42 DevSecOps 2022. Please join me for my talk, Stop Committing Your Secrets, Git Hooks to the Rescue. We'll take a look at the problem at hand, what secrets even are, how they're getting leaked out there into the world, and how you can prevent that on your local machine using Git Hooks, the complete automation platform built into Git, the world's most popular version control system.
How to implement a DevSecOps pipeline with a zero trust is the next lecture by Evan Gertis, the founder and CEO of Inner Grove Training and Services.
Here are the 5 things that I want you to walk away from this talk with. Number 1, automated scanning removes the need for manual labor. Number 2, when application security reviews are executed properly, they increase accountability, but they require a security champion. Number 3, strong vulnerability reports are more easily accepted when they are supported with easy-to-read metrics from Veracode dashboards and JFrog Xer reports. Number 4, penetration tests fill in the gaps where automated scanning fails to catch vulnerabilities. Number 5, the results of the penetration tests need to be supported with systematic logging.
Gabriel Manor-Liechtman, technical leader at JIT, will now teach you how to kick your security up a notch with custom queries.
Hey everyone, I invite you to join my talk today. We are going to solve one of the biggest problems of security automation tool, the velocity problem. We are going to create custom rules that will test only what we need to check in our product and not what the tool decided us to check. In this way, we can deliver software much faster and keep the quality in the highest level we can get. Hope you will enjoy the conference. Join my talk. See you there.
Ben Conrad and Gerald Bernischke are here to explain how HMRC Digital secures services at scale.
Hi, my name is Ben Conrad. I am Head of Product at MDTP, which is the multi-channel digital tax platform at HM Revenue and Customs. Please pay your taxes.
Hi, I'm Gerald, and I work in AppSec with HMRC. And if you come to a talk, we'll tell you how we secure digital services at scale and what a scale it is.
Open source vulnerability management. Use the source look. Let's warmly welcome Henrik Plate, Security Research at Endor Labs.
Hello, please join me for my talk on a code-centric approach to manage vulnerable open source dependencies. This topic is haunting developers for many years by now, but incidents like Log4Shell show that the problem is far from being solved. Code-centric approaches that rely on various program analysis techniques have the potential to significantly improve the current practice. For instance, reduce false positives and false negatives. Throughout the presentation, I will use the open source solution Eclipse Study to demo the potential of such approaches for open source vulnerability management. I hope you're looking forward to the talk as much as I do.
Mike Guthrie, Senior DevOps Engineer at NetFoundry, will now help you to take your DevOps tooling to the dark side.
Hey everybody, welcome to Taking Your DevOps Tools to the Dark Side. Today we're going to dig into how to secure your DevOps tooling and step up your security game in a way that allows you to still move fast and remain secure, and you don't have to be that security troublemaker anymore at the company.
How to fit Sec into DevOps without a security team is the next topic explained by Roman Zukov, Product Security Manager at Intel.
I'd like to invite you to chat about security, but from developer's perspective. Do you know the secret? Most likely you don't have to staff or bother high-skill security team, at least to start taking the real business benefits from including security to DevOps practices. Let's throw out the tons of compliance papers and focus on technical aspects, techniques and tools that really matter. Please tune in to DevSecOps 2022 event to discuss more about how to fit Sec into DevOps without security team. See you there!
In the next exciting session, Yoav Yanilov and Itamar Barkett will show you the power of AWS tags.
AWS IAM is packed with ABAC features, and forcing who can tag what at scale can be frustrating. We'll introduce the concept of control tags, a tag-based control plane for tagging operations and its applications, most notably enforcing two-person approval for sensitive actions, resources, and even third-party systems like EKS and HashiCorp Vault.
Joshua Arvin Lat, the CTO of NewWorks Interactive Labs, is here to talk about pragmatic security automation and DevSecOps in the cloud.
Thank you for joining my session. Today, we'll be talking about pragmatic security automation and DevSecOps in the cloud. So let me quickly introduce myself. I am Joshua Arvin Lat. People call me Arvs. I am the Chief Technology Officer of NewWorks Interactive Labs. I am also an AWS Machine Learning Hero, and I'm the author of the books Machine Learning with Amazon SageMaker Cookbook and Machine Learning Engineering on AWS. So feel free to check this out on Amazon, especially if you're interested in performing machine learning experiments and deployments in the cloud.
It's time for the CI/CD track. Lionel Lonkap-Tsamba, Senior DevOps and Cloud Engineer Consultant, will now show you how to build universal CI/CD pipelines.
I'm so excited to share with you the vision behind building universal, semantically correct, and platform-agnostic CI/CD pipelines, along with how we can, with the tools we have at our disposal today, make this a reality. Though, to ensure that you as a company are aware and have a better understanding of your value delivery chain. And I will discuss with you some ways to improve it with less drip at any continuous delivery platform. I'm really looking forward to this talk, and I hope you all enjoy the conference. See you there.
CI/CD with GitHub Actions is the next exciting talk by Chris Ayers, Senior Customer Engineer at Microsoft.
I'm going to be talking today about CI/CD with GitHub Actions. We're going to start at the beginning, starting with YAML workflows. We're going to look at individual actions and steps, the marketplace. We're going to look at multiple jobs and dependencies and secrets, and we're going to build and release some software into Azure. I think we'll have a fun time, so thank you for joining me. And let's get into it.
Level up your CI/CD with smart AWS feature flags with Ron Eisenberg, Principal Software Architect at CyberArk.
And I'd like to invite you to my talk, Level Up Your CI/CD Pipeline with AWS Smart Feature Flags. Do you want to know how to enable and disable features in production quickly? Or maybe you want to know how to do proper A/B testing, or how to gradually deploy new features? Well, if the answer is yes to any of these questions, then you should definitely check out my session. See you there.
The tools track comes up next. Joseph Heiderup, research engineer at Ender Labs, is here to present the benefits of going beyond metadata, why we need to think of adopting static analysis in dependency tools.
Dependency analyzers and FSPONs are slowly becoming the X-rays of software applications, where we want to find out exactly how, what components are being used or makes up a software application. However, like a very popular narrative in the SBOM domain is that we have a declaration of what exactly makes up a fridge. However, a fridge and a software project is very different. In the case of a fridge, we actually make use of all components that are declared. But in a software, that is not the case. So watch my talk to understand why we would need static analysis in dependency analyzers.
Anonymize application logs in DevOps Way is the upcoming session by Leonid Yankulin, Developer Relations Engineer at Google.
In my talk, I will demonstrate processing sensitive data ingested into application logs. Join me to explore various methods of anonymizing personal and business sensitive data that applications ingest into their logs, and how it can be done in DevOps Way without changing a single line of application code. See a demonstration that shows how easy to make your logs compliant to various regulatory requirements about user information. I will be in DevSecOps channel on Discord server if you have any questions about observability or data security. Thank you for joining us at DevSecOps 2022.
Ranjan Mohan, Senior Security Software Engineer at Menlo Security, will now address setting up and managing GitHub Actions for multiple projects in an organization.
So a couple of prerequisites for this presentation would be that you are familiar with Git and the concept of commits, branches, and remote versus local repositories, and also familiarity with any remote Git-based service, such as GitHub, Bitbucket, or GitLab would be useful.
The Observant Developer, Open Telemetry from Code to Prod, is the next talk by Roni Dover, CTO and co-founder of Digma. Let's get right into the deep dive track. SOS, Sustainable Open Source, is the next great topic presented by Flor Driss, Staff Developer Advocate at Avon.
Hi there. I hope that you will all join me for my Conf42 DevSecOps session. I think too often DevSecOps is being used as a band-aid for a bullet wound. While of course we should all scan our code for vulnerabilities and ideally have those tests be automated, I want us to shift security further left. Let's look at some of the root causes for vulnerabilities creeping into our open source software supply chain and have a look at routes for mitigation. See you soon.
Audrey Long, Senior Security Software Engineer at Microsoft, will now show you how to keep your enemies close and your secrets closer.
A little bit about me. I'm a Senior Security Software Engineer at Microsoft. I have my master's degree in cybersecurity from the Johns Hopkins University. I have my bachelor's degree in computer science from the University of Cincinnati. I'm a diversity and inclusion ambassador here at my job at Microsoft. And I like to play PC games. Some fun facts about me: I'm a moderator for Korean Food Forum, and I think a hot dog should absolutely be classified as a sandwich.
DevSecOps for AI, Introducing MLSecOps for Software 2.0, is the next talk by Eugene Neelou, co-founder and CTO of Adversa.
Hey everyone, I'm very excited to speak at this event. I'll tell you many cool things about new threats to systems with artificial intelligence, and I'll also give you a friendly introduction to the AI security framework called MLSecOps. It's like DevSecOps but for AI systems, so make sure that you don't miss my presentation.
Radu Vunvulea, Group Head of Cloud at Endava, is here to show you top 13 best security practices for Azure.
We'll talk about security best practices inside Microsoft Azure. There are a lot of things around us, and sometimes it's very easy to lose between different information or finding the right one. What I want to aim in this session is to share with you some things, some lessons learned and best practices that I identified that are relevant and can have a high impact on your own projects that are running on top of Azure.
Proactive Cluster Autoscaling in Kubernetes is the next lecture by Chris Nesbitt-Smith, consultant at UK government. The time has come for the culture track. Arafat Khan, software developer at Shopify, jumps right in to show you how to become a digital nomad without losing your job.
Have you ever wanted to take the full advantage of your remote job by traveling and exploring different parts of the world? Come take a listen to my wild journey living as a digital nomad and traveling across different parts of Canada while working full-time as an engineer at Shopify and spending only $29,000 a year. I want to share my philosophy around traveling and exploring the world and living a beautiful life. So come join me in my session.
Giulio Vian, Principal DevOps Engineer at Unum, is our next speaker. Is technical debt the right metaphor for continuous update?
I will talk about the continuous stream of patches to update our systems, how it impacts the technological value streams, and its relation to what is known as technical debt.
Red Teaming AWS, Practice What You Preach, presented by Josh Armitage, Distinguished Technologist at Contino.
Join me for my talk, Red Teaming AWS, Practicing What You Preach, where we'll talk through how you can really test your cloud security, your identity perimeter, how you can make security part of your company culture, and how making a true investment in time can really change how the business sees how security should be achieved in the modern world.
Kalyan Dhokte, Practice Head of SRE, Digital Engineering and Pune at Cognizant Technology Solutions, will now tell you more about the role of SRE in DevSecOps.
I would like to invite you to Conf42. I am going to talk about a role of SRE in DevSecOps. As you know, large enterprises are on a journey of digital transformation, modernizing their products and features. Here, SRE is going to play a very crucial role, shifting security left along with delivering highly reliable and resilient software.
Flow Engineering. Boost velocity, quality, and happiness through your entire value stream. Please join me in welcoming Steve Pereira, founder of Transforming Software Team Value Delivery at Visible Value Stream Consulting.
I'm going to be taking you through how to level up your team one map at a time. So let's jump in with a classic. So we've got a ton of stuff to do, right? Everybody has this giant backlog of crap that they love to ship, and there's a million things in the way, right? We need to do more with less. We've got staff cuts, people leaving, reorganizations, demands from leadership. We have to always be improving value, getting more out of what we do. We need higher quality, fewer defects. We want to stop firefighting, and we need to keep everybody happy. Ideally, make them more happy as time goes on.
Tom Henriksen, Human Skill Enabler at Code is Easy, is here to convince you that humans are hard, but code is easy.
I'm excited to be speaking at Conference42's DevSecOps 2022. I will be virtually sharing Humans Are Hard, Code is Easy. we're going to have a lot of fun and discuss power skills. We will talk about building professional relationships, learning from career transitions, and how to create team influence. Head over to their website and get registered today. I'll see you online at DevSecOps 2022.
The Lessons Learned track is the last one today. The Art of Defensive Programming will be presented by Joylynn Kirui, Senior Cloud Security Advocate at Microsoft.
In this session, we will describe defensive coding techniques you can use on a daily basis. We will practically cover ways of identifying security vulnerabilities in your IDE using CodeQL. Thank you for joining in.
Ixchel Ruiz, DADX at JFrog, will now talk about her journey of the 1,000 binaries.
The reason why I like this particular session is because we all know the world runs on software. And there's a key part or key piece when I refer to that one. And that key piece are dependencies.
For the next session, let's welcome Ellie Berger and Amir Blanet, the founders of Perfect Scale. Let your Kubernetes environment flourish with just the right amount of resources.
Today we will be talking about the efficiency and the resiliency of large-scale Kubernetes environments. My name is Ellie Berger, and I'm a co-founder and chief technology officer of Perfect Scale. Prior to establishing Perfect Scale, I have managed DevOps and infrastructure team for many years. I have built multiple large-scale SaaS systems mainly based on the Kubernetes in recent years. My talk today will focus on the second-day operation challenges, and specifically on the right sizing of Kubernetes environments.
The importance of integrating security measures throughout development is the next session by Francesco Vecchi, cybersecurity student and ethical hacker.
The talk, I'm just going to be going through how common development mistakes can lead to vulnerabilities and just generally the importance of integrating security measures throughout development. I'll just be doing some practicals and just showcasing how these vulnerabilities can actually be exploited. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the talk.
Debugging Schrodinger's app is the next talk by DeveloperSteve Coochin, Senior Developer Advocate at Lumigo.
Hello there. Me and my Wookiee friend here. I'm super excited to be speaking at Conf42 about debugging Schrodinger's Python app. In the talk, we will look at some of the ways to debug and observe your Python apps using OpenTelemetry and auto tracing. Get ready to debug faster than you can do the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. We hope to see you there.
Geert-Hinke and Hilke Stapelsma are here to show you how to build an engineering platform from the trenches.
Welcome to Platform Engineering to the Trenches. Today we will tell a beautiful story about Vistas and open source when it comes to platform engineering. My name is Hilke Stapelsma. I'm a platform engineer at Nationale Nederlanden.
My name is Geert. I'm also a platform product owner.
Today you will learn about building a platform, the principles that you have to acknowledge, the stuff that isn't that great, and how you can proceed to building a platform yourself.
So yeah, watch your talk.
In the last but definitely not least session today, Jon Peck, Senior Manager Enterprise Advocacy at GitHub, will tell you more about his team's journey of securing the software factory.
Did you know that even in 2022, flaws in your application code are still the #1 way that vulnerabilities get introduced? Well, that's a huge problem. And when most companies think about remediating that, they think about after-the-fact scans and code reviews, things that take place down the line, and make the security team the enemy of the development team. The development team just wants to move ahead, build new features. The security team is there after they think everything's done, and they're telling them they have to fix up these vulnerabilities, patch things up before they can move on forward. That creates a bad relationship and it slows down application development. The good news is you can get around this. Through shift left, developer first security approaches, you can make sure that flaws are detected and fixed while new features are actually being produced before they ever hit that point of trying to merge code into the main line and release a project. So Join me to find out more about that and how you can empower your developers to make their applications secure from day one and make the House of the CISO the friend of the development team. Thanks.
This is all we've got for you today at Conf42 DevSecOps 2022. As always, FreeRSVP unlocks all available content immediately. Please stay tuned for the keynotes kicking off right after this video ends. You can check out the precise schedule with links at the conference website. We'd also love to see you at the Discord server. Please make sure to jump in and post questions in the hashtag DevSecOps channel. Many thanks to our speakers, partners, and sponsors for making this conference possible, and to you for being with us, watching the content, and attending. That was Mark, and I hope you have a great time at Conf42 DevSecOps 2022. Cheers!